Hello everybody, hope I was doing okay. I thought I would give a quick update. I had my terrible traffic. I had my MOT on my Landrover today and it passed! Fantastic, it really shocked me because there's quite a few advisories. I'll give you a quick update about it because it's quite interesting. I always take it to the same place. I took it there now since I had the Landrover about 4 years ago. And when I had the Landrover, when I brought my Landrover originally, I brought it. I went with a friend to buy it. I had a Range Rover before it, a P38, and I made a mistake, to be honest. I brought the old 2.5 non-aspirated turboed Landrover in '89, and I didn't know a lot about Landrovers, and I was relying on a friend, and in hindsight I would have gone straight for a 200 or a 300 TDI. Obviously I've got the 300 TDI engine in it, traffic lights, three-way, and anyway, that's about that. And when I took it for my first MOT, when I actually bought the vehicle, we were running late to go and look at it. It was going dark. It was the back end of December. It was a few days before Christmas, and it was just everything that you should do, I didn't do. I did obviously the vehicle checks, the engine check, engine number, made sure it's got no finance on it, which I didn't expect, it being so old anyway. And the VIN number, chassis number. I couldn't check the transfer gearbox number, but you know, it's an '89 Land Rover, they get changed all the time. But yeah, so when I test drove it, I'd never drove one before, so it was all new to me, and it was a culture shock. And I was thinking, not sure about this. Things didn't work, which we should, I felt should have done, and things that I would have thought would pass the MOT. Apparently I'd got one 3 weeks prior. Anyway, I brought it and I got it back, and then later day, next day, I had a proper look around it, and it just confirmed what I thought. There was sort of things that you would have thought had passed an MOT 4 weeks ago should still be, you know, that weren't right. And when I went for its first MOT, that confirmed it. There was multiple things wrong with it. I won't bore you with it. And it cost me a lot of time and money to get the first MOT in. There was a lot of advisories as well. And every year that's gone on, I've obviously fixed the jobs that were advisories, and obviously new things that come up, and I've slowly, year by year, got on top of it. And I took it today, and it passed, first time ever, the first time it's passed in one shot. A few advisories on there, nothing major to worry about. One that struck me was, I had an advisory for having my bike rack on the back. Granted, I've bolted it on. It's a one that you can normally strap on from Halfords. I bolted it on to get a bit extra security, and I got an advisory for it, which surprised me. And last year I got an advisory that my bolt, they couldn't see my indicator lenses, my indicators very well. Before I had it, somebody put the clear lenses on for the indicators, and obviously them yellow bulbs. So I changed them all last year for some Halfords advanced ones, and when I took them back, I took the receipt with me because I couldn't see any noticeable difference. And he actually asked me if I'd actually changed them. You know, I had to show him the receipt. Now this year, he's told me in an advisory that he couldn't see, I think it was the near side front or something. So it may be that may be not the bulb, that might be the lens, which is a bit cloudy or whatever. It's been raining today. There's an anti-roll bar bush, which is an advisory, which I obviously want to do for safety. and so it doesn't fail possibly next year. And I put my roof conversion on, as you know, and I was a little bit worried about it. Obviously I could take it off if I had to, but I didn't want to. And he's put on the advisory, some of the lines of, I think I remember rightly, had some sort of roof conversion, but it's an advisory, so take of that as you will. And also I don't use one of my rear doors. I've got a county Landrover, and I taped it up and secured it, and as I understood it from the MOT, only the front doors have to be operational. And obviously I've checked my seats out, and he's got that noted that my seats have been taken out, which I thought if things were taken out of the vehicle then you couldn't test them, and therefore you couldn't fail them, and he hasn't failed them, he's just put an advisory on them, so I'm not going to worry about it too much. The good news is, obviously, because it's gone in for its MOT and they've passed it even with an advisory on the actual camper roof top, because I always take it the same place as long as these people are still in business, that when I take it next year it should still pass. And I can't see why it should have even been an advisory. To me it's secure, it's not a structural part because it's a Land Rover. So whether he's probably going to go home tonight and have a quick look on the internet, because obviously he doesn't know before today, and he knows it's been done before, they're tested today. Great guy, did it the very first time round, so perhaps he's a little bit stricter than the other guy that did it last year and the year before, I don't know. But they're a decent set of guys. I think they're probably a bit on the over-cautious, stricter, if I can dare say, with MOTs, and I don't mind that. You know, it's safety, I'm going to spend a lot of time in the vehicle, so I think it's worth it. Sorry, camera moving there. But there's that. So yeah, it's been a good day. I'm really sort of happy. Maybe a beer tonight. So we'll have to see how it goes. But I've put a lot of the stuff back in. I took it all out. I didn't want to get everything came out that was not stuck down. And it's amazing how much lighter the vehicle is. And even though it's obviously got this punchier 300 TDI engine in it, just having that extra weight out made a big difference when I was running around before it took it for its MOT today. But yeah, that's that. So I just thought I'd give you a quick update, to give you a bit of a update now. I'm going to start doing hopefully videos more often. I'm going to start spending at least a couple of nights, if not 3, in my Land Rover to start getting down that route. But you know, I do long-term plan on full-timing. Obviously, probably not in this vehicle. I'm trying to work my commitments with work where I can actually work, because I'm self-employed, more remotely, so I can work remotely as much as can, and get to a situation where I can spend so many months of the year abroad as well. But it's work in progress, but it's obviously way too small for full-time even, whatever, but the odd night every now and then, a couple of times, 3 times a week should be fine. And just having the ability to be able to park in a normal car parking space, and as I say, stand up, which I mentioned earlier, it makes a big difference. I turn the camera around now and look at the day today. It's been absolutely, actually I can't, I've just done do that and it won't work at the moment. But it's a murky day today, and yeah, so all good. Be here tonight. Take care.